It's Namaste. All right, so big one. It's fun to be here. I think some people might have seen the slide before. If we look at all this, I think we can all agree that Magento is indeed alive. So thank you all for being here, for having me. It's been a wild ride the last couple of years, so let's get into it. We wanted to give you a rundown of the current activities that Magento Association has been doing. It's been a lot more than in the past couple of years. There was a lot of stuff to figure out, but in the end, a lot to go through. So first off, I would like to express my gratefulness for all the people from the Magento community who helped us do all these things. So we have Shipper HQ, we have Adobe, we have B. Meyer, we have Born Techies who are here, if I'm not mistaken. Can I get some raised hands? That's all. Thanks for that. We have Tactic, we have Hoover, we have Aheadworks, and we have MageOS. So thank you, everybody, for this generous community support that we're receiving. Without all the help, that wouldn't be possible.
सिर्फ इतने लोगों से काम नहीं चलेगा. यहाँ पे जो लोग हैं, वो लोग भी आगे support करें. Yesterday we decided a role.
What he said.
कि वो इंग्लिश में बोलेगा, मैं हिंदी में बताऊँगा, तो मैं कुछ और भी बताऊँगा.
Is he making fun of me or is it legit?
No.
Okay. All right. So we would like to start with Meet Magento events like we have here. I think most people would agree we have less COVID and more events, and this is a good thing. We can finally get back together. We have all the established events in full swing, as we can see right now here. We have very functional events committee also with Vijay and Marsha and Jamie and Vlad and Mueladi, a lot of people. We have revived meetmagento.com as a website that was dead. Again, with the help of Born Techies and Tactic. Then there's new events planned, which is we think huge. So there's people from Egypt and from Vietnam reaching out to set up Meet Magento events. We have old events that are being revived, so the one in Germany and the one in Poland are coming back soon. So I think we finally are out of the ditch, so to speak. As you all might know, this all won't work if we don't have the funding to somehow make it work. So we made it more transparent how the new partnerships work. We have 3 different types right now. So there's the Explorer, the Booster, and the Star membership partnerships. If you have any questions about partnerships, I'm here all day pretty much. Batsal's here all day. Willem is here, even though he's our social media manager right now. So we have those things. On top of that, we have new sponsorships because people had a hard time figuring out, okay, if I become a partner or if I sponsor, where exactly does my funding go? Because you might be interested in only specific fields of activity that we're working with. So these are the sponsorships we're currently looking for to fund. We're looking for a dedicated community manager, or given the amount of sponsorship, maybe more. We want to introduce merchant certifications, which is pretty much a new thing, because there's a lot of people working with Magento at the merchant, and they should have some sort of certification for themselves as well too, because it's good on their CV. Then we want to bring hackathons back, again, since we can get together and do stuff. We think the result of hackathons has always been great, and we want to get back on that energy. We want to get new merchandise and swag back, so that we have our coffee mugs and t-shirts and maybe luggage. I had a good conversation in Florida last week about Magento branded luggage, so that might be interesting. We want to heavily invest into marketing Magento, basically to back up everything that Vijay already said, that we have a good website, good marketing activities, towards Magento, which comes with the cross or upgrading capability, however you want to call it, towards Adobe Commerce, because the relationship with Adobe is a good one. And we also think that for merchants, Adobe Commerce is a viable solution. We just also think that Magento is also a viable solution. We want to work on more educational content, so we want to improve the documentation primarily for merchants. That's a joint effort together with the MageOS initiative that's around. And we're looking to get full-time maintainers on board so that we can just get more code merged and more innovation into the product. Yep, and Meet Magento marketing, which is something the Meet Magento organizers ask for. That includes ad campaigns, not just the website, stuff like that, so that we can get more merchants into Meet Magentos. Because most of the time, what Meet Magento has become in the last couple of years is the Magento community meeting, which is awesome, don't get me wrong. However, the original intent was for people who don't know Magento to come in from the outside and meet this amazing community. And we kind of want to get that vibe back. Oh yeah, the merchant documentation, we talked about those things already. Right.
Mathias.
You want me to get back?
Previous.
There you go.
So, जब Magento मास्टर के अवार्ड हुआ करते थे, या फिर अब 4 साल पहले जाएं, सो इफ़ यू लुक एट सबसे ज़्यादा कंटेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन और सबसे ज़्यादा आबादी इवेंट में इंडिया में हुआ करती थी. पिछले कुछ टाइम से एज देयर इज़ डाउट्स एंड देन देर आर नो अवार्ड्स और इंसेंटिव्स, आई हैव सीन देर इज़ सिग्निफिकेंट ड्रॉप in the contribution. But when we talk about Magento Association and open source, it needs support from the community. And if we cannot ask from our community, हम किससे मांगेंगे? So it's important that people stand up, support these initiatives, give funds so that MA can function and we can work along with Adobe और Magento open source को आगे लेके जाए, जो हम सबकी या कई लोगों की रोजी रोटी है. तो ये समझना ज़रूरी है, वो हमारा शायद जिम्मेदारी भी है कि जहाँ से हम कुछ कमा रहे हैं वहाँ पे कुछ वापस भी दें. सो इट इज़ नॉट जस्ट मनी, इट कैन बी योर टाइम, इट कैन बी योर एफर्ट्स, इट कैन बी योर वर्ड ऑफ माउथ, इट कैन बी अटेंडिंग इवेंट, इट कैन बी एनीथिंग. देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज लिस्ट, बट वी वांट योर सपोर्ट. एंड लास्ट ईयर हमारे पास कुछ ज़्यादा अच्छी अपडेट्स नहीं थी. शायद मैंने ही बोला था कि थिंग्स आर नॉट गोइंग ग्रेट, बट आज हमारे पास बहुत सारी अच्छी अपडेट्स भी है. एंड वी सिंसियरली नीड योर सपोर्ट in 2024 and onwards.
I agree. The next big thing, and I'm really keen on this, especially here in India, is the Open Source Council. That's basically the way how the open source community and the Adobe engineering team work together in order to get the code merged. There are 2 emojis missing. It's a hand-in-hand emoji. For some reason, the font isn't there. The idea is that we want to foster innovation. Is it me? Too far from the speaker? We want to have positive influence on the product. Of course, we want to fix the bugs because software always comes with bugs and we will need to eventually fix those. So if you feel up for that, the Community Council, Parul is here, I'm here. Get in touch with us so that we can get this moving and more code merged. And you want to take up on that?
Yeah, आपके दिमाग में कोई आइडिया है जो Magento ओपन सोर्स को आगे ले जाने के लिए ज़रूरत है, या अच्छे फीचर्स दिमाग में है कि आपको लगता है कि इट मे मेक Magento बेटर? प्लीज़ कम्युनिकेट टू अस एंड इनको आप बताएं तो आगे उसका रोड मैप बढ़ाने में उसको आसानी होगी.
And one interesting thing that came out of the community innovation has been done. There's some tremendous work going on with the new admin interface, which is a development done by Artem Kozinets. I hope I didn't butcher his name. And supported by MageOS, which basically has been the incubator for this bigger change. So it's a complete rework of the admin interface. And the testing, the call of test for testers opened last week, I guess, right? Or this week. So also get in touch with either Vinay or me if you want to beta test that, that new admin interface. What I've seen so far looks really, really good. It feels more snappy than before. So that would be awesome if we could get this merged into, well, MageOS first, most likely, and then eventually into Magento's code base soon. So we got a couple minutes left, so we have future plans. So this was all stuff that has been done so far. Now there's stuff we want to do in the future. We want to work on the new marketing website. So we have MagentoOpenSource.com, which is designed specifically to explain to merchants why Magento Open Source is a good and proper solution, including all the upgrade and side-grade paths that are available. It's primarily targeted at merchants, because we think merchants are at the core of everything we do. We want to be able to show Magento's strengths and also kind of try to provide an alternative to all those low and mid-level SaaS solutions that are out there, like Shopify and all the other horrible stuff. I'm personally not a gigantic SaaS fan unless you have like really big projects. So that's the overall idea of that. Then we're working on merchandise. So it will be shirts, it will be mugs, it will be hats, maybe neon signs we're working on. I had a good conversation last week in Florida to get those going. So, yep. And then we also revised the membership structure that we have, because it was very confusing to people, because it was like 15 different memberships and they all basically did the same. So the new membership structure that we have is individual, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And the shop is online, payment doesn't work.
Common problem with Magento.
Is that the default?
When you make e-commerce store first time. Yeah. But ये ऐसा कहना चाह रहे हैं कि लास्ट टाइम आप सबको मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया था कि आप मेंबर बने, तो उस टाइम पे बहुत सारे कंफ्यूजिंग टियर थे, $1 से लेके $50-100 तक. नाउ वी हैव सिंप्लीफाइड, अभी 5 ही है. और अगर आपको वहाँ से यहाँ आना है, फॉर एग्जांपल एक दिन मैंने भी वहाँ से शुरू किया था एंड कंट्रीब्यूट करते करते या इकोसिस्टम के साथ बढ़ते बढ़ते डायरेक्टर बना. वहाँ से यहाँ का जर्नी एक ही है, कंट्रीब्यूशन, और कंट्रीब्यूशन स्टार्ट होता है मेंबरशिप से. सो प्लीज़ बी मेंबर एट MA, एंड दैट इज़ आवर रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू. एंड देन इट विल बी लाइव सून, एंड वी रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू गिव फुल सपोर्ट.
Thank you. As you can imagine, memberships, yeah, the funding is great and we're grateful for it. However, membership is more about getting your voice into Magento Association so that you can participate in all the votings to be able to steer the direction that we're heading. So it's not Vatsal, Willem and me and Slava, Denny, Josh deciding things that do, but we are a catalyst for what you want to do. What we will do later together with VJ is that we will send out 50% discount codes for individual memberships for participants who participated in Meet Magento India this year. Moving on, yeah, right, we just talked about the new e-commerce platform. Basic idea was to kill off Patreon because people from India couldn't subscribe. So it was a stupid technical limitation that barred people from India from becoming a member. I apologize, wasn't my decision, but I fixed it. And the idea is that this way we can be at least truly global and everybody can become a member. Does that one work? Okay, well, we're just going to switch sides then. That works, right. So next big steps is that we want to integrate the e-commerce platform with everything technically behind that, so that when you're registered on the website, you are a member, you can participate in polls, in votings, etc. That needs to be integrated, but we're going to talk to people from the infrastructure team soon. That's going to be good. You got one? Perfect. And it's based on Magento. So the original plan was to use, no, I'm kidding, but we were sure we had to build it on Magento in the first place. Yep. Then, as usual, last slide, how can all of you contribute? First and foremost, of course, become a member, make your voice heard. You can become a partner, you can become a sponsor, which helps us massively with funding, and we can drive all these activities forward to get even more going. You can become a member of the Community Council, which helps Parul and her engineering team and all of us on the coding side of things. You can become a member of the Content Committee, help us write all the content that we need. Not necessarily just write, you can film videos, provide imagery, do podcasts. There's a lot of work to do. You can participate in the Events Committee, make sure that we have even more events like this and that we can outgrow this location. So you guys have to find a bigger place next year. Of course, you can participate in marketing in general, ad campaigns, strategic planning, working with the rest of the people on the teams. That would be really good. And that should be, oh yeah, development, obviously. So if you like to code, we have tons of stuff to code. And if Magento Association runs out of things to code, we still have the Community Council, and I think, Parul, we won't run out of things to code, right? There will never. That's the one.
So, अगर हम चाहते हैं कि हम जिसके ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं, हम ऑरेंज को प्यार करते हैं, हमारे दिल में ऑरेंज है, या फिर जिसके ऊपर हमने घर बनाया है, गाड़ी बनाई है, या आगे बढ़े हैं, अगर उसमें हम सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे तो वो आगे कैसे बढ़ेगा? So, I request all of you on behalf of Magento Association and the whole Magento community to step up. We are one of the highest number of people on earth who has been working on Magento. And if you doubt, go on LinkedIn and search. You will find more than 57K people in Southeast Asia and specifically from India. So think that if we stand up and contribute, instead of just using it and selling it, what can be possible? This is our request, and this I have been doing every year. I request you again. Last year, thanks to RBI rule, हमारे कई लोगों के कार्ड नहीं चले थे रिकरिंग पेमेंट के लिए. बट इस साल हम ऐसा कर रहे हैं that you can pay at one go for whole year and be a member. When you be a member, you can also select कि आपका डायरेक्टर कौन होगा, आपको आगे कौन ले जाएगा, इसका रोड मैप क्या होगा. So please do all these things in whatever capacity you can, but just do it.
So I think karma originates in the concept of karma originates in the Indian culture, right?
Yeah.
So I think contributing is good karma, definitely. At least that has been for me. This is
He meant karma.
All right, so that's it from our end. Thank you very much for having us. We're around. Enjoy the event. Thank you.